Hey Tex, I'm Frank from the IHS process team. Quality means a lot to us. It's what separates Dish from the competition. Quality is what customers remember most from your visit and what keeps them on board as long-term valued customers. Most of all, quality is what makes Dish #1 in customer satisfaction, and we plan on staying #1 for years to come. To do that, we need to always stay mindful of our core quality standards, which we call the Core8. The Core8 quality assurance standards are a technician's guide to achieving high performance and should serve as your true north for all the work you do while on a job. Each of the Core8 work together as segments that form a well-balanced wheel. When each area is up to standard, the wheel rolls smoothly. When one of the Core8 principles is not executed well, like the dish is mounted on an unstable surface, the line of sight is obstructed, or you skipped over the customer education portion of your visit, the wheel gets off balance and the ride becomes rough. We have control over this by following the Core8. It ensures a smooth forward momentum on every customer visit and sets you up for success. It's that easy. Signal strength. Meet minimum thresholds for signal strength. Use the satellite meter and the STVH app to measure signal strength to make sure you're hitting the required levels. Don't just try to hit the minimums. Peak the dish for maximum possible signal. Line of sight. 5 degrees of clearance from trees as measured with the inclinometer, or 1 degree of clearance from a fixed structure. Getting clear line of sight is critical. Sometimes you'll need to install the dish higher up or run longer cables to the dish to achieve a clear line of sight. A little planning ahead and extra effort sure beats coming back later to move the dish due to tree growth. Use the inclinometer and review the 555 video on Portal if you need help with this one. Approved parts. Using the correct and approved components and cable. Take the time to inspect the entire signal path, looking for and replacing substandard parts. This Core8 standard ensures customers will have reliable service for years to come. Cabling and components. This one addresses the cable and connectors that are part of the signal path. Each installation deserves a careful inspection of all the cable and connectors. Sometimes trying to make existing cable work is just not worth the headache. Think of what you'd do if it were your own home. If you have any doubts about existing cables, it's best to run new coax. Next up, dish assembly. Ensure the dish is assembled correctly and that all hardware is fully tightened. Assembling dish antennas is a task we do all the time. But let's not overlook the importance of this Core8 item. It's not a bad idea to double check all the hardware with a wrench and make sure everything is tight, especially if it's an existing dish install. Mounting standards. This one is about following IHS mounting guidelines. You've got to nail this one to prevent a future signal issue. Here's some things to consider. Is the surface stable? Are the correct number of lags being used? Are we hitting a stud? Okay, let's pause here for a moment. We've covered 6 of the Core8 so far. Giving these 6 items the proper attention means 2 things. 1, you'll be doing professional work that you can be proud of. And 2, your customers will enjoy trouble-free service and have no doubt in their mind about giving you a high CSAT score. On the flip side, cutting corners on these items leads to repair visits that could otherwise be avoided. Okay, let's talk about the last 2. Customer experience. This one is about reviewing your install plan with the customer before starting work. Also, performing a thorough customer education, including covering the 5 troubleshooting steps. Connecting the receiver to the internet means the customer can take advantage of all their dish service has to offer. Don't forget to mention the CSAT survey to the customer as well. Finally, on-site sales. This rounds out the Core8. Make sure to utilize the in-home assessment to make recommendations and demo products for the customer. Okay, let's wrap up. Remember, the core 8 items we just covered are the only checklist you need to make sure that you are providing quality and reliable service that will please our customers for years to come. Each of the core 8 components work together to form a well-balanced wheel. When each area is executed successfully, the wheel rolls smoothly, moving us toward our target. When one of the core 8 principles is not executed well, the wheel gets off balance and the road becomes rough. The Core 8 ensures we continue in a smooth forward momentum on every customer visit and sets you up for success. It's that easy. If you ever need a refresher, you can find Core 8 details on Portal or ask the quality assurance specialist in your area. Thanks for your time, and thanks for all your hard work out there.